Before I started this channel, I came up with a few different ways that I wanted to do this channel. First I had a couple different like gimmicks, because I know a lot of people use gimmicks within their, shows, and I've seen a ton of different ways that people do their shows, and some of them are really fun and clever and whatever. And I remember one of my very first ideas that I wanted to do, because I tend to love movies that a lot of people hate. I wanted to like wear a cape. I really just don't have the personality to pull off something like that, but I wanted to wear like a cape or whatever and call myself like the film defender or something. Because as I said, like, I'm really just a lover of films, and I feel like there's so many movies out there that are unjustly hated, and I just want to like come in and defend them and be like, no way, and here's the reasons, and defend their cases, like almost like a superhero lawyer kind of fucking thing going on. And man, no better movie to do this on than this. Here we go. This movie currently has a 3.3 on IMDb. Now, granted, IMDb is not the greatest source and people like other ones. I get it. That being said, it still has a 3.3 on IMDb, and it is being shit on by like everyone I see on Facebook groups that I'm in, whatnot. I don't know what the fuck these people are talking about. And this is one of those things where it's a hated film, and this review, people will be like, oh man, this guy just sucks, he doesn't know what he's talking about. And that's fine, but I'm not going to not give my honest opinion as usual. I thought this was really, really solid. I'm genuinely confused. Now, I do want to talk about spoilers at the very, very end, because I know what people are saying they had a problem with, and I didn't have a problem with it at all. And if that's all you had a problem with, I don't know. I'm guessing they'll be like, no, it was because the whole movie sucked and it was generic and whatnot. Generic to me means that the film was just thrown together with cliche after cliche, and there's no soul, no talent, no nothing. It's just like a genre director being picked up to copy and paste, and that's like generic to me. This film, while it does borrow throughout from previous efforts within the horror genre, I always felt that it was so well executed that it didn't matter that I had seen it before, because there were plenty of times where they had come up with some creepy, new, effective way to do it. And there were things within this movie that I have never seen. And I was really captivated throughout. Now, this movie has a lot of family drama, and I know people in their horror movies are just like, give me the kills, give me the scares, fuck character development, fuck all that kind of stuff. I'm not one of those people, so I can't really talk for their behalf, nor would I want to. But I thought the family drama within this film really elevated it as well. It added another layer to the film outside of just, like a haunted house or a serial killer or whatever, where it's just kind of one-dimensional. This gave more depth to the film and made me, yes, care about the characters. As I said, a lot of horror fans, they don't care about caring about characters. That's just not what they're there for. They're there to be scared or to see blood and tits and all that. And while that stuff's all great and well, I also do like when films try to throw in some kind of relatable characters, good acting, well done cinematography, and shot selections. And this film is very well made. It's very well acted. There's tons of tension. There's plenty of things that are genuinely creepy. I don't know what people are expecting. As I said, these aforementioned things that I just brought up with character development, things being too slow, maybe too much family drama, and too much back and forth between a mom and a son, where people are just like, I don't give a shit about this stuff. Where's this? I guess if those things didn't work for you, they didn't work for you, and I understand that this isn't your movie, but I would expect that 50% or more of people who watch this film would enjoy it. to see that it is a 3.3 makes me believe, and seeing all the hate that it's getting online, that the majority of people who are watching this don't like it. And one of the other reasons I can't talk about until the very end when I talk about spoilers, but I just feel like if that's your only reason, that is a very lame reason not to like this movie. And as I said, it totally worked for me, so I'm not even one of those people. But yeah, I don't know. I'm fucking crazy here, but I had a few friends, you know, Lee McCoy over at Drum Dums, really good reviewer. He really enjoyed it. A few other people I know really enjoyed it, but like the mass majority that I'm reading just are like, hate. They think it is so stupid and generic and this and that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm throwing on that cape, man. I'm pulling out my Exhibit A and B and pleading my case here. I thought this was really, really good. I thought that the two mains here, you know, the kid from Goosebumps, Dylan Minnette or something, he's great. And the mom's great. She reminds me of Christina Klebb, that's how you say her name, or is that her name? From like Halloween, she plays Linda, and you know, a bunch of other, Don't Kill It recently. She looks a lot like her. She's not her, but anyway, all right, I've rambled on about this. I really, really like this movie. I mean, I'm like almost to the point where I want to say I loved it, because I just thought it was so well done. But getting into the spoilers here at the end for people who didn't like it, or did like it and just want to hear what I have to say about that. But if you haven't seen the movie and you want to check it out, it's on Netflix. Go ahead, let me know. Come back and tell me I'm wrong and you agree with everyone else. Whatever. Okay, spoiler time. The whole idea that, like, the main complaint that I'm seeing outside of the whole generic thing is that there's just no explanation. I love that. I don't understand. I love that. I don't want some elaborate explanation that it's the dad back from the dead and he's coming back to get the wife because she had him killed or something insane. I mean, is that what people want? They want it to be the sister, the sister's husband, the realtor, the guy who, the realtor's assistant, the fucking black dude who runs the place, and somehow he's like that's a weird part. He's like, he runs like a little shop in the mall, and he's looking at like $1 million+ house, and he seems to be single. Like, maybe he's the owner of the mall or that whole place, and he's rich, but it's just like, he looked like he was, it doesn't matter. Just thought that was an odd part. And because it's spoilers, I thought I'd bring it up. But the whole idea that it's just a guy who drives around, and Dylan's character within the movie says, aren't open houses really creepy, that they just let a bunch of people in your house and then the realtors are supposed to, like, they don't even check, they just walk and clock the door and they could be like in the house still at night? It's creepy. And that's exactly what this is. Some guy just goes around, that's what we see at the very end. He sees there's another open house and he's just gonna go fuck with these people. Like, he looks into their life, he watches them for a little bit, he starts to see, and he starts fucking with them and turning them against each other to the point. And there's so many cool things, like where he throws the thing of water on the kid and lets him just freeze out there for a while. That's fucked up and awesome, and I've never seen that before. And he pins him down and he takes the contacts out of his eyes and then pushes him out the door. He makes him kill his own mom. He fucks with these people greatly, and then he moves on. It kind of reminds me of The Strangers, which everyone loved, and I feel like this movie was as good or better. Personally, I wasn't a huge fan of The Strangers, so I can say for me it worked better. I do know that The Strangers is well made, but I can only talk from my opinion. And yeah, I really enjoyed this. I thought there was a lot of creepy, clever stuff going on. Comes out, the bowl of cereal has been moved from one room to the other. And people will be like, oh, this is just unrealistic and this and that. It's like, these people are grieving. They just lost their fucking husband and father, and they seem to have this discord between them. The kid even comes out and says he fucking hates his mom. They just don't want to trust each other. They're going back and forth. She feels like a fucking loser because she's in all this debt and she's living off of her sister, and so her mind's elsewhere. And the kid's trying to deal with his father and the fact that he's away from school, and his dreams are the Olympics, and some guy seems to be hitting on his mom and he doesn't want her moving on because he loves his dad, and she tells him that he's a fuck up. Like, there's so much great drama going on between It's well acted. It's well written. I don't get it. Anyway. Anyway, guys. All right. If you're still here, let me know if you hated it, if you loved it. I'm just curious. Am I fucking only one? Me and Lee? All right. Adios.